30%, and then say ngura market say ngura market na go bisa hwe. You see 30% of locally produced cereals contaminated. Just say bro beans near here etono. You see because they don't know it has been contaminated. 30%. This is the report by the newspaper, the Metrolands newspaper, and it is somewhere to the Ghanaian Points newspaper. And also see the state must be both facilitator and active participant in wealth creation. Honorable Julius Debra, Chief of Staff, and also somewhere to Asantehene to Anna Mahama Akufo-Addo and Kufuor with prestigious gold medal. Yes, that's what we want to see from our leaders. Unity. Unity in diversity. You might represent different political parties, but you still statement that we want to really see a good example that you always follow. Asantehene ebebo mabaso. Yemampenyi dada mwanya baby ako resty. Yes, former President John Ajekum Kufuor. Gentle giant. Any the late sorry Mufanchemi. Yes, any Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo, yes, who is also resting after serving 8 years. And your man Penya Oti Akonyanaso. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yes, Asantehene Otumfuo say Obemo Mabaso. We crown no with an award. Yes. That is very, very important. MPP stages Yensuro Ehunahuna demonstration in Sunyai. Demonstration here. MPP stages Yensuro Ehunahuna demonstration in Sunyai over arrest of party members. Yes. And also next month, next is it March? Anyway, March is the next year. I don't know. All right. High Court grants 30 million Ghana cedi bill to Abotreika in United States extradition case. Ordinated meters behind high electricity charges, not overbilling. We a free ECG. The Daily Post newspaper and so on say OSP was born as a political tool for MPP. We a legitimate clue. Yes, Esquire. Lawyer Papa Bino no. Aha, Martin Yoka. Or see OSP is a media. So we say it always take the dimension of politics, according to the lawyer. All right, so the next newspaper, the Inquisitor newspaper, or say exclusive on Sagleme Housing Project Part 1. Sagleme Housing Project here. Sometimes me who yeah, because I don't know when you better take a bold step. Sika de gusa project yi enye sika kitwa. You was Sagleme you were friends saying the Ashanti region. All this, I was privileged and fortunate to really step there and see what really is going on there. But unfortunately, as we speak, you see, some of them that don't have any. The only thing they need is a emphasis on insa na yenko uraho. Insuno, your uncle for muda bonting. That can happen only in Ghana. Say law issues, a then issue. For 8 years that was gone. We were pursuing these things in courts, and these houses were abandoned. The new administration has taken over 1 year, and the first quarter is gone. I don't know when. The Inquisitor, they will be bringing us issues or the updates with regards to this particular housing projects. You see, affordable housing. It's 200 Ghana kwana nkedi yedi ma echichema nkrofo na omu 200 kwana over the 8 or maybe 9 years that it has been abandoned, and at least yanya kwara ebenye bi. But unfortunately it is still there. The Inquisitor newspaper say exclusive on Sagleme housing projects. That issue, when you get the newspaper, you have full detail of that particular story. Mo amunim Sagleme ewo ningo pram honorable friend say Samuel Okujutu a black one constituency, 10 Tension over Adamo's resources. Assembly members demand urgent government intervention. Coming up, NDC MPP guru playing mafia game over Sagleme housing projects. What in the Mikano? Aha. I feel that some say Pieba. See, impending for power. Both parties impending for power. Self-interest. They are not looking at the interest of the larger society. Newspaper get the newspaper for this morning. That is the Inquisitor for details of this particular story. JM vows to sustain single-digit inflation. And also, some of the economists we have. I think Benjamin here quite often speaks on some of these issues. About something. I think this time around on Minds, right? Okay, Benjamin is here.
The issue with respect to this particular problem has to do with mistrust. The central government doesn't trust ECG because of historical antecedents that occurred at this particular organization, where they were made to keep some form of revenue after mobilizing it from end users. They realized that majority of the revenues were kept at ECG and not paying the upstream, and that made the upstream very risky in terms of defraying some of these debts. So that mistrust is the reason why the government is now ring-fencing this particular revenue. For us to have a sustainable energy sector, we must prioritize the generators, the transmitters, and the fuel supply.
The generators, the transmitters. Mati, more expected no. Our motto abai for saying ECG. Nyebibia GDA pa and abai no. Any with regards to the operations, especially in terms of the taking their revenues. That is why quite often you have, when government comes, they talk about privatization and all that. Into that is the energy sector issue that the Abraham. The information is reported and Bawumia walks talk. Unite MPP ahead of 2028 elections. Stop meddling in chieftaincy dispute. Otunfo wants politicians. Politics na ahim for assembly man free because our chiefs are revered and celebrated, and for that matter we have to respect them so much. Let's not put them into partisan politics too. And for those of them who are into politics into there, let them do their stuffs. But we any day advice are free otunfo or kase. Politicians should stay off chieftaincy issues. We air the informer Eddie Tuja and Anope. Minority backs OSP, insists it has prosecutorial powers. IMF urges Ghana, Sub-Saharan Africa to accelerate reforms. Private sector growth. Intimidation can't break us. Bawumia as he alleges crackdown on free speech. We any day I'm saying newspapers are and anope yebetimi adia abremo ba ansa na yebekono. In fact, yesterday I saw my brother a friend saying Sanda Abrantie Fulani Abrantie he was engaging the boss of friend saying lotteries. Now we are cremoni na ejuma we are we there say the cremoni so enko I say there be o dem mutinya mase ejuma mi esune ejuma mi ene esuma mi den mi wo but we will bring you full detail of that particular interview later. But this is some of the excerpt of what sir saying the CEO and I say Ghana lottery boss no the odi tuja muma enko na enko tie no yaba na yasatwa enko mono so Ghana lotteries
that was in the best of shape. And I must say, even though we are doing our best to put it in the best of shape, it is still not in the shape that we envision the NLA to be. Because if you take over an institution which is bedeviled with basic issues as not having to make statutory payments, why will we pay workers and not pay their SNIT contributions to SNIT? Why should that be?
That was not happening.
You had situations where payment of wins and commission to lotto management companies were in arrears. And if you did the curve of those years, you see that instead of a downward trend, you now have a situation where you have an upward trend. Okay. For the first quarter of this year, if you take the last year first quarter performance against this year's first quarter performance, once again you see an improved and finally bring on board our biggest push in terms of the POS machine operations, because we have entered a partnership with Fidelity Bank, because you have NLA, which is supposed to make available POS machines for the LMCs to compete favorably. Mm-hmm. We are dealing with equipment that you can still call the YAM equipment, which has key parts. Okay, when our competitors are using modern day digital POS machines.
Analog.
Good. So we are bringing on board 5,000 fresh state-of-the-art equipment. But these things have to work the processes of board approval.
Yes, what did you about Ghana lotteries? In fact, I enjoyed the interview because we shared here Sanda Ebisabisano say, no, God, the controversy by during your appointment and all that, and you still like you enjoy the work you are doing, even though you are a Muslim. Why this? No, later we'll give you full details of that particular interview. But in the meantime, someone say, Abani Shishani say, be you JBD, any friend saying. Chako, no, yes, see Chako, JBD, any FSA in Nhyira because of forestry issues. But unfortunately, the models that are buying from the previous administration, ECOC and in future there, but we still don't really comes to grab with the issue of using cylinders. Until now, opening orders a particular arrangement here in Ghana cylinder manufacturing order no, yes. Honorable Abdul also no okasa mama enko na enkotie the issue of yempese asodin kusu use GPD patronize ennuane mama entie
in Accra, Kumasi and Tema. And so if it is expanded to other regions, I mean, it is going to help a lot, especially in terms of keeping our cylinder safe. Very soon, we are going to partner with NPA to do full-scale public education on the cylinder recirculation model. Because one thing we've realized is that at some parts, even in Accra, some people don't even know about the CRM, and so when we do the full-scale public education, we are sure people are going to come.
Yes, we Abdurrahman. Yes, Ghana cylinder manufacturing. Onuna moti ninkai. Intino sisi sunu monim say the construction industry in Ankasano quite often a lot of things happen. In this open who say be a fie and I'll see dying be a part there. So bonabaso and yet easy because as for the pricing of their staffs, it keeps rising here and there. But cement there has been stable for some time now. So we any day Openi Emmanuel on also no already eyebrow said there be yes I buy and pay attention because we share the big push project and our buy percent or really out across the nation. No contractors will find themselves in difficulty if the prices don't stay stable for some time because isika or the shemuno na ebi okoto nyamano watono 50 obehwa 70 75 80 kwa na ekosoro enu betimi affect the good intention of the government. Into moment nkwana nkotie they also edit to the construction industry.
Contract must be reviewed because they're from 40 to 136, from 3 to 40. Still the increase, the jump. So therefore, if it happen this way, the contractor cannot fathom this. He cannot absorb it single-handedly. And therefore, you need to slap it onto the client. And therefore, the big push agenda or the big push project that is ongoing automatically also be affected as a result of this. All the social housing product the government want to embark on, all the affordable houses project that the government wants to embark on, all will be affected, and therefore the affordability will be eroded out completely. For where we are today, sincerely, let the Minister of Finance through GRA come back again and then do.
Yes, Wati, I say, the good intention of doing all these projects in there, it can be hindered because of the issue of price hikes. You know, we any day and now pay bet me the abremo for the newspaper headlines. Enchebiano form 1. They are cooking something. They are cooking something. Into Yeni lawyer Zakari. Lawyer Zakari or Bapa Pebi. Yes. Yeni Aba Penny. Yes. She works at the Attorney General's office, and she's going to really bring us up to speed what form work is having in terms of the upcoming Zulhijjah. And aside that, so no, say one and only one travel and tour. In fact, Hajj agents, Al-Hajj Garba, over 30 years experience. You know, everybody in Kitao and the area. And so these are some of the interviews we have for this morning. Yehunia Abdurrahman, who works with the University of Ghana Medical School, yesterday his organization, in fact, did very well to also donate some tricycle for a paralyzed sister who found herself in an accident. Briefly, you go for a short break. When we return, then we come back for our interview segments. Munkai ho na yentimi enti nyama bia se fa de ekoso ewo mine Ghana.
Baraka FM.
Aran sikal Baraka Rajiabon lamba wega
Baraka FM
iya kangone da wunjo in sawam Baraka FM